Coming up, how Las Vegas is preparing for its very first Super Bowl. Plus, 2 former NAU football coaches are on the biggest stage in sports. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Welcome to this special edition of NAZ Today. I'm Ava Nichols.
And I'm Makayla Richardson. Thanks for tuning in. Now, as you can see, we are not on our usual stage, and that's because we are here in Las Vegas covering Super Bowl LVIII. Ava, how would you describe the scene here?
The city is really amping up to host one of the largest sporting events in the world, and fans are coming from all over to enjoy the Vegas lights and maybe even catch that Sunday game where the Kansas City Chiefs are taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Las Vegas was seen as a taboo city for major team sports, but that has all changed. And now the NFL is using the Strip to host its largest event of the year.
Just 10 years ago, the height of sporting in Las Vegas was AAA baseball and combat sports. Since then, the city has gained Stanley Cup winning hockey, an NFL football team, and now the biggest sporting event in America, Super Bowl LVIII.
The Raiders moved to Las Vegas before the 2020 NFL season alongside the brand new billion-dollar Allegiant Stadium. Raiders owner Mark Davis has been at the forefront of the team for over a decade and has reaped the rewards of the team's move.
The people in Las Vegas have been so welcoming and everything. We're just excited to be here. We really are. It was a public-private partnership that brought us here, and we're just happy to be able to give back.
Kansas City Chiefs backup tight end Matt Bushman began his career with the Las Vegas Raiders and sees the growth of sports as nothing but a positive for the burgeoning market.
There's everything about Las Vegas is entertainment, whether that's good or bad, and to bring the more good with sports, people just love sports and really rally behind that. So I feel like if they end up bringing a baseball team, that'll do even more good for the city. So yeah, as long as the more sports, the better. Bring it on.
Clelin Ferrell was drafted 4th overall by the Raiders, and even though his career didn't work out in Vegas, the now 49ers still call Sin City his hometown.
This changed everything. It's the entertainment capital of the world, man. Like you said, from the Knights to the Aces to the Raiders to the Super Bowl coming here. I mean, I'm a big fight guy, so I love boxing, UFC, man. It's no place else in the world where you can just get this arrangement of excitement and just people getting up and fighting for what they really want. And high level competition is amazing for American sports. It's big.
Tony Bracha, NAZ Sports.
It truly takes a village to host an event as immense as the Super Bowl. The NFL and Las Vegas community members have been working together for years to bring the big game to the Neon City.
Las Vegas is celebrating its very first Super Bowl in true Vegas fashion. Glitz, glamour, and all of the action are packed here at Allegiant Stadium for Super Bowl LVIII. The stage is set for one of the newest stadiums in the NFL to host the Super Bowl, and the city says it's ready for the spotlight.
It's only a natural fit that we bring the biggest game, the biggest sporting event of the year to one of the most entertaining and energetic cities in the country.
This week is the culmination of 2 years of work by community groups and the NFL to finally get the Super Bowl to Vegas.
We have been lock and step when it comes to decision making, making sure that we're honoring the community, making sure that we're inviting everyone and that everyone feels welcome. But it's been a really great process working with everybody in Las Vegas to make this happen.
ICP says one of the biggest priorities this year is accessibility.
We want to make sure that it's accessible for everyone.
For us, your fandom is not dictated by how much money you can spend on a ticket.
Yule says not only is the city financially accessible, but also easy to get around.
And it's also a great walkable city. A great walkable city is always a great opportunity to host Super Bowls.
The Super Bowl excitement goes beyond the stadium.
There are over 300 events in town across the entire city for every preference, every taste, every budget, allowing people to take advantage of the Super Bowl being here this week.
With all eyes on Vegas, the city hopes to leave its mark.
So this is not only Super Bowl week, this is Super Bowl week in Las Vegas.
Makayla Richardson, NAZ Today.
Just as players form lifelong relationships, so do coaches. When Andy Reid and Tom Melvin began their coaching careers at NAU in the 1980s, they would have never imagined that nearly 40 years later, they would be here together at Super Bowl LVIII with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Tom actually played for me at San Francisco State, and then he coached with me there for a year after he got done playing, and then I took him with me to Northern Arizona.
Reed and Melvin have coached together for the past 25 years, spanning 14 seasons in Philadelphia and 11 more in Kansas City. They've won 2 Super Bowls together and could add another in Las Vegas. But one season in Flagstaff in 1986 helped lay the foundation for their success. Former Lumberjacks head coach Larry Cantera assembled a staff that featured 4 future NFL head coaches, and Melvin says the ties are still strong.
Coach Cantera, we've seen him a couple times. Last year he came to our practice out there for the Super Bowl. Just good people. That's the best thing about that, is the people you met and the people you keep in touch with.
With 4 Super Bowl appearances in the last 5 years, the Chiefs are on the brink of a dynasty. That legacy can be traced to a small mountain town in Arizona.
Flagstaff's a phenomenal spot to be at, and so I had a good time up there.
And Andy Reid remembers Flagstaff beyond the San Francisco peaks.
I love the place. I'll tell you, the smell of the pine trees. People don't realize that you're in Arizona, and it's the largest population of ponderosa pines in the world.
Ava Nichols, NAZ Today. Not only does the Chiefs coaching staff have ties to NAU, so does the 49ers. Adriana Sparks has the story.
That's right, Ava. The 49ers head coach also has some close ties to NAU. His father, Mike, had an incredible NFL career, most notably with the Denver Broncos, where he won back-to-back Super Bowls in 1998 and 1999. Before that, though, he was a Lumberjack, serving as NAU's running backs coach between 1976 and 1977.
Not only was the son of a coach, but my dad's the best coach I've ever been around. And so to be around that good of one, I think also was a huge advantage for me. And he never was really training me to be a coach. He was just being my dad, and just the way he went about everything, just how direct he was with people, how honest he was with people, how hard he worked. Maybe he didn't always like what he had to say, but he was going to tell you the truth. And just as a son and as someone you work with, to me, that's all you can ask from people.
There is a lot to do Super Bowl week with activities all over the city. For instance, the Super Bowl experience is here for its annual showcase. I had the chance to experience this myself before the venue officially opened to the public. NFL Play 60 is taking over the Mandalay Bay Convention Center with the Super Bowl experience, an interactive theme park with fun for all ages.
At the Super Bowl experience, attendees are able to get star player autographs, take photos with countless NFL relics, and visit the official NFL shop. Senior Director of Events for the National Football League, Nikki Ewell, says that this is the fans' opportunity to get a true Super Bowl experience without attending the big game.
So this is our fan event that's really meant for fans who don't have tickets to the game to really feel like they're part of the Super Bowl environment.
For 17 years, NFL Play 60 has been dedicated to providing support for resources in underprivileged areas so that kids everywhere can live a healthy lifestyle. Senior Manager Kathleen Ickby says that their goal is making sure kids stay active for at least 60 minutes a day.
NFL Play 60 is our youth initiative. We've had that for many years. It's what people know when it comes to youth and the NFL. And it's just, again, to further our initiative of Play 60, making sure that kids are staying active for 60 minutes a day.
At the Super Bowl experience, attendees can do countless NFL Combine events, including the 40-yard dash, the vertical jump, and bench press.
We want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to engage in all of the fun that we have here.
Adriana Sparks, NAZ Sports.
One of the most anticipated moments at every Super Bowl is the pregame flyover. Some of the nearly 500,000 fans from all around the world who are in Las Vegas for Super Bowl LVIII are getting a special treat, courtesy of the Air Force Thunderbirds.
Football is one of America's favorite pastimes, and we are America's Air Force. These Thunderbirds are America's ambassadors in blue, and there is no greater measure of freedom than being able to do what you love with who you love.
And in order to honor that, these jets behind me will be in a flyover formation on Super Bowl Sunday. This year, however, the team will be piloted by the Vegas Thunderbirds, located here at Nellis Air Force Base. The U.S. Air Force flyover has been a Super Bowl staple for over 50 years. The Thunderbirds are the Air Force's primary flight demonstration team. These pilots participate in months of advanced training to perfect the 6-man formation before game day.
We start off super far apart because at the end of it we get as close as 18 inches.
The formation will include a 4-plane diamond and the 2 solos. The team will fly over Allegiant Stadium at the conclusion of the national anthem. Right wing Tyler Clark says the flyover is more than just another Vegas spectacle. It's a representation of the high standards of America's military.
But what's also really nice is an ability for us to showcase the pride, precision, and professionalism of the United States Air Force and just what teamwork can actually do. And I think it's also a great analogy to football teams on the field.
Ava Nichols, NAZ Today.
Las Vegas is a one-of-a-kind city, and the cuisine at Allegiant Stadium is meant to reflect its eccentric personality.
People know Vegas for 3 things: sports, music, and hospitality. And the Super Bowl brings all 3 under one roof.
The NFL worked with senior executive chef Sean Kinoshita for 6 months to perfect the menu for premium suites.
And about 3 to 4 months ago, we did tastings with the NFL to find out what they like. And they know what their guests want, they know what they're looking for, so we did several tastings with them, and then we came up with this menu.
The chef says he feels a special connection to this menu.
You know, I think the menu we have is super special. You know, you have the best steak, you have the best lobster, you know, you have stuffed potatoes carved to order. This chicken wing here is one of my favorite items from my hometown in Hilo.
Other food items in the stadium recognize local restaurants for the true Vegas experience.
We've been in Mandalay Bay for 25 years, and we're still going strong.
Serving Mexique, a blend of Mexican and barbecue, Border Grill has 2 locations in Allegiant Stadium and 3 others throughout the city.
On the 300 level, we're also on the 100 level. In town, we're also at T-Mobile Arena, we're at Las Vegas Ballpark, Mandalay Bay. Obviously, we're there with our major sit-down restaurant.
Now, Kinoshita's menu is only available to Premium Clubhouse and Suites members, with tickets for that starting at about $14,000. Regular Super Bowl attendees can expect prices for game day concessions to be around $30. Makayla Richardson, NAZ Today.
The Super Bowl has many Arizona connections, right down to the players who will be taking the field just a few hours away from their roots in the Grand Canyon State. For some players on the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers, Arizona was just one stop on the road to the biggest sporting event in America, Super Bowl LVIII.
Several players on both championship teams have roots just a few hours southeast of the City of Lights. Mike Pennell, nose guard for the Kansas City Chiefs and Arizona State alumni, says that his time in Arizona taught him some valuable lessons.
I mean, it was good to go to ASU. There's a lot of good experiences, a lot of connections that I met there that extended on to here. Definitely showed me a lot of necessary maturity being there. So that's what I learned from Arizona.
For 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk and linebacker Demetrius Flanagan-Foles, playing on the same team this year actually marks the end of a long-time ASU-U of A football rivalry, including a 70-yard touchdown by Ayuk while Flanagan-Foles was in coverage.
He scored on me. Yeah, he did. Like, he ran and we talked about it. He wasn't even supposed to run that route. He just changed the route. So he caught a post on me, and he scored like a 70-yard bomb.
It's a big rivalry, huge rivalry. U of A got it this last year, so we're hoping that ASU could turn the tide and kind of figure it out this next year, and we can win that battle.
Adriana Sparks, NAZ Sport.
This upcoming Super Bowl Sunday, the Vince Lombardi Trophy will be handed out to either the Kansas City Chiefs or the San Francisco 49ers. Both teams dominated the regular season in their respective conferences, but the 49ers finished as the 1 seed in the NFC. The Chiefs, on the other hand, finished 3rd in the AFC and had to play road playoff games for the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career. The 49ers are led by one of the best offenses in football, with a running game that was tied for the most touchdowns, 3rd most overall yards, and 4th highest yards per carry. The 49ers' skill positions are loaded with weapons like George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and Deebo Samuel. The Chiefs' offense struggled this season due to lack of depth at offensive skill positions outside of Travis Kelce. Surprisingly for football fans, Kansas City was led by a suffocating defensive front. The defense allowed just the 4th least passing yards league-wide, but put up middling numbers against the run. The the struggle on the Strip looks to bring tons of entertainment to Las Vegas and will forge a legacy for whichever team comes out on top. Back to you, Ava and Makayla.
Thanks, Tony. Now, Ava, I don't know about you, but all of this Super Bowl coverage has me so excited for the game on Sunday.
And this game is actually going to be a rematch of the 2019 Super Bowl, where the Chiefs beat the 49ers 31-20. So some of the common themes this week have been whether the 49ers can seek revenge or if the Chiefs will get back-to-back Super Bowl wins.
No matter the score, though, I have had the most fun covering the game with you, Adriana and Tony. And that's all we have for you guys for this special edition of NAZ today. Make sure you stay safe on the Super Bowl Sunday, and we'll see you soon.